first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and lie back onto the floor or your mat. And then all I want you to do is bring both thighs right up onto your back. Now you'll notice that when you do that, I want you to reach across your hamstrings and hug them tight, that your tailbone comes up off the floor. And our goal is to start to work our tailbone back down onto the floor without releasing our thighs. So you really want to squeeze your quadriceps or your thighs right on top of your rib cage, and at the same time bring your tailbone and glue it right back into the floor. And you should feel a stretch come right along the low back. Just stay there and breathe into that stretch. Super deep breath in, and then exhale completely. Now I want you to let one leg go and just let that foot come down onto the floor, and then take the opposite leg. Take a deep breath in and exhale, and just assist yourself into a hamstring stretch. Now just like we talked about with the last stretch, typically people let that hip just ride right on up the floor. I want you to think about dropping that hip right back down and stretching from both sides. Your pelvis is stretching away from your knee, your ankle stretching away from your knee, and your toes are pointing up. Now, take a deep breath in, tighten your quadricep, and see if you can let go of your leg without the leg moving. Beautiful. See if you can bring it a little closer to you. Now go ahead and take another deep breath in, reach behind that calf, exhale, and just assist yourself a little bit deeper into the stretch. Check your pelvis, bring it back down. Beautiful. Go ahead and bend that knee in, take your leg and stretch it out, it's on the floor. Now take your back arm and reach it right across the thigh. Your front arm reaches out toward us and then up on an angle just a little bit. And now you're going to rotate your leg away from me. Beautiful. Now, you want to keep the shoulder down on the floor, stretching your fingertips away from the shoulder, your hip away from the shoulder, and your knees. So you've got a lot of different angles going on here. One thing I like to do with my clients is have them just take their hand right on their pelvis and really think about pulling the pelvis down and opening up the back as the knee comes in. It feels so good. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and roll right on back. And then let's take that ankle right across the thigh, bring the thigh in, and then just push the thigh away. And you want to open up right along the outside of that glute. So just a light pressure on the thigh as you bring your opposite thigh up and in. And again, double check that your tailbone stays down, and just let that stretch come right into the outside of your thigh. Excellent job there. Go ahead and take your back foot down, switch, and we're going to hit the hamstring now on the other leg. Nice deep breath in, exhale, extending that leg up. Nice long leg here without locking the knee, tailbone down. The longer you can get that leg without locking the knee, the more you'll facilitate a nice deep stretch. Good breathing here, inhaling all the way into your lungs and exhaling completely. Now we're going to go ahead and tighten up that quadricep, the front of the thigh, and see if we can keep the leg right where it is. Take another deep breath in and see if you can bring the leg a little bit closer toward your ribs without the pelvis coming up. And then reach behind the calf, hold there, and see if you can go a little bit deeper with assistance. Excellent job. Now we're going to go ahead and bend that knee down, stretch the leg out closest toward us, and now bend your leg right around toward me. Beautiful. Now take your back arm and stretch it out, keeping your shoulder down, and you really want to create space in your low back. So the knees come in one direction, the fingertips are going the opposite direction, and in the middle, your body gets a beautiful stretch. Go ahead and bring your hand down onto your pelvis and assist yourself, pulling your pelvis away from your shoulders, and then reach back out and roll back around. And then we just finish this sequence with a nice piriformis stretch, or that stretch I told you that's for the back of the thigh, pushing the knee away as we bring the leg forward, keeping the tailbone down. I like to think about having a little bit of adhesive tape stuck to your tailbone. It's keeping you lightly attached to the floor as you come in and press out. Excellent job. I know we all get that back